Thank you, everybody, for your patience. We'll go ahead and begin the first portion of our press conference here today from Okinawa, Japan. Final score, Slovenia 91, Australia 80. We're joined by Australia head coach Brian Goorjian and Josh Giddey. And before we open up for questions on the floor, Coach Goorjian and Josh, we'd like to hear an opening statement about this contest and your impressions. Josh, if we can first hear from you.
Yeah, obviously disappointing. We knew, coming into this that it was a do or die match, and we had to, win to keep our, chances alive of winning a medal. And as I said earlier in the tournament, these slow starts against good teams against good teams like this, like Germany. It's hard to come back and win. And we were playing from behind all night, trying to dig ourselves out of a hole that felt like it kept getting deeper and deeper. And every time we made a run, it was just hard to sustain. And there's obviously a lot of emotion. That this is the end of our tournament and we can't progress any further. But it's disappointing. And that's it.
Thank you, Josh. And Coach Goorjian?
Well, the game plan after what Schroeder did, controlling the tempo, playing a low possession game. I thought the game plan of getting the ball out of Luka's hand, doubling him on balls, and then hitting him when he was isolated as a change was really effective. And what we talked about was the key to this thing is the other players and rebounding when we're flying around like that. And we struggled on the glass when we got back into the game each time, and the other players beating our guys off the dribble one-on-one. Just that side of it, you're rolling the dice. Are we good enough to get that side of it done if we do that with Luka? And that was the gamble, and we got hurt on that end of it. And then offensively, for us, we play at pace, and when we move the ball and dribble it less, we're a really good team. And tonight, again, the offensive end, we got the pace going, we got the possessions going, but there was too much bounce. So, when you get in a game like this and there's a lot of pressure, who you are comes out, and we're a step off it right now.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead and open up for questions from the floor. Just raise your hand and we'll have a microphone come to you. And please introduce yourself and your affiliation. Thank you.
Hi, Andrej Milkovic, Equipa Slovenia. Question for both, please. Did you consider Luka's foul trouble too big of a victory for you during the game, especially the fourth foul, which came really early by a really experienced move by Patty Mills?
Well, I thought, again, the whole Luka situation, I was pleased with tonight. He's a tremendous player. When he got in foul trouble, obviously that's to our advantage. We wanted to get to him in any way we could legally, and I thought we did that. When he was in foul trouble, I thought that played to our advantage. But again, and we talked about this, and the key to the game tonight was all the other guys. Toby on the glass, all their perimeter players hitting big threes, dribble penetration by and ball movement. And even the start of the fourth quarter, when he sat, they went on a 15-4 run. So the point you're making was the key to the game. When we got Luka in foul trouble, or when we took him out of the game, the rest of the team really hurt us.
Next question. Front row here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, from Josh.
What was the question, sorry?
Did you consider Luka's foul trouble too big of a victory? You relaxed too much after he was?
A little bit. Obviously, he's their main guy, and it helps having him off the floor. But I don't think our guys worried about it too much. We tried to put him in some action, not because of the fouls, but just that was part of the game plan. And obviously, Patty made a smart play to get him that fourth. But credit to him, he didn't foul again after that. But obviously they're better with him on the floor, so they kept him out there for a good part of that second half. But that didn't really have too much of an outcome on the game. I think there's a lot of other stuff that we could have controlled, and we just had to have been better.
Here in the front row.
Gorge, Matt Logue at News. The slow starts, it was something that's been a trend for a while. What can you can you put your finger on anything on why it keeps happening? Like obviously the preparation and the training you've always said has been, you know, really strong. Yeah, why has that been a trend?
I can't. I just thought, you know, like right from the tip, Luka, the whole focus is Luka, and he gets a layup on the jump ball, and then the next possession they throw it to him in the block, and we were supposed to bring the double, and we didn't, and we fouled. It's like you got to play through some mistakes before it clicks in. And tonight, I thought that was a big emotional thing for Josh Green. You know, you're all excited about this deal, and he's already got 5 points before you even blink because the game plan wasn't tight. So we changed the lineups, rotated bodies. I can't put a finger on that. I really can't.
Obviously it's early on, but with Josh coming in and Josh Giddey and other young guys, pieces coming in and the team, you know, changing of the guard, how do you view this tournament in terms of its success? And because there wasn't always going to be an element of it taking time with the new pieces coming in.
Well, I mean, we're the medal ranking teams in this, and I think Slovenia's that which we played, and Germany's that which we played. They could get a gold medal, silver medal, bronze. They're of that, and we are a step off that right now. We were right there with Germany, and I thought going into the fourth tonight, as bad as we played and as shaky as we were offensively, it was 66-62. So, you know, it starts now, preparation for the Olympics. But this, you know, learned a lot, and I think we're in the process of change in style of play, both offensively and defensively. And we're all disappointed, but I'm excited about where this thing can go, and definitely a clearer picture after playing this tournament.
2 more questions up here in the front is one.
Jacob Dool, the Pick and Roll Australia. Gorge, you spoke a little bit in your summary about the offense and how there was too much dribbling and the ball wasn't moving. Is there anything in particular, I guess, either that you saw from Slovenia defensively or that your guys weren't doing that led to that and made that happen?
No, I just thought, like we said in the first half, I thought we got in way too deep and took a lot of funny 2-point flips instead of in the last game against Japan. We jump stopped in there and punched that ball out to the second side. And if we didn't have anything, then we'd come back middle pick and roll. And tonight we just took, I thought, a lot of unbalanced twos. Our spacing wasn't great, and we probably took that extra bounce or extra 2 bounces. And maybe, you know, everybody knew the importance of this. We've got a lot of great players, and maybe individually trying to do a little too much. But yeah, the offense was frustrating. I'm sure from a coaching standpoint, but also when they were out there, you could see some frustration that the ball wasn't moving.
And the last question here in the back.
Gorge, Olganology, ESPN Australia. How seriously do you treat the result of this tournament in the sense of, is there a sense that you want to fully and full-throatedly lean into the young guys who emerged in this tournament, and perhaps that changing of the guard could be a bit more intense and quicker than perhaps you thought it'd be?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's the youth of this thing is for real, and we're changing styles of play. And again, we've made some move coming into this, you know, the Delhi, the Baines, and I really like Daniels. I think that's another piece to add to that. You got Jock Landell to add to this. Clearer with all of that, you know, and some big decisions are ahead. But again, I like what's in front of me.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. That will go ahead and conclude this press conference. Coach Goorjian and Josh, good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.